So here's the problem with low growth, which is the major complaint people have. Let's say you've got $300,000 or pounds in your pension. After 10 years, if your rate continues at that, which is your St. James's Place classical IFA rate, okay, you're going to, and let's say you put that in every year, okay, that's your end balance. And you might say, well, that's fine, Alpesh. Started with that, but actually, that's your contributions. The contributions were where it all came from. And that's why they're always telling you, because they're hoping you don't do the maths, do keep topping up your pension, keep adding more, because they can charge more fees off your own money. The interest or the returns were less than the starting amount after 10 years and were less than your own contributions were. Okay. Now, let's say you could get it to, and that's the market average for the S&P over the last, 15 years. So I'm not even talking about anything I might be able to do. Just the market average, okay? Just the market average is what I'm talking about. And what do you end up with? Well, that's 300, that's 10, okay? Now it's significantly different. Now you've got your money working for you and doing all the hard work, which is what you want. You want to be in a position where that's the biggest. You don't want your starting amount to be the biggest hard worker. You don't want your contributions to be. You want that to be the biggest. That's the market amount. That's not me. And I can't guarantee that. I can't guarantee the market's going to continue doing what it's done historically, of course. But that's the numbers. Now that's significantly different, which then begs the question, well, that's all well and good, Alpesh, but let's not be greedy. How much do we need to retire on? Okay, well, that's what you need. Your annual spend times 25. That's one of the many rough and ready rule of thumb metrics, which I think is probably a pretty good one. Let's put the maths into that, okay? And then we'll look at portfolios and stocks and how we might get there from where we're starting from. Now, let's say you got £40,000 a year requirement. That's your requirement. Then you're going to need $1 million, okay? Because we're just using this formula. All right, it's a rough and ready one, and it's based on a series of assumptions about how long people tend to live and inflation. Okay, so it's not. I mean, we don't know how much you might die the next day, in which case you'll bloody need nothing. Okay, you might live to 150, in which case you're going to need more. Okay, we're talking rough and ready averages, and it's a good rule of thumb to use. Okay, now you might say, well, that's fine. I will reduce how much I spend. That's one way to protect yourself. The other way is I'll just increase my contribution. Well, they're two things most people wouldn't want to do: increase contributions or reduce their spending. Most people would say, mate, wouldn't it be easier if there was some way of getting that higher? If I could just get that market average, the American market average, not the UK market average. The UK market average is that. Okay, the American market average in my SIP or ISA, wouldn't that be better? Okay, taxes out of our hands. What Rachel Reeves might